What up, guys? So today I'm going to be going over a general list of stuff that you want to look at when you're buying a new car. So right here I have my buddy's 350Z. He dropped it off with me to get some work done to it. I just installed an intake on this thing. But he bought this thing about a month ago. And I was telling him that he was getting ripped off, but he bought it anyways. Now that I'm actually here working on it, I can easily tell that there's things wrong with it. So this is a 2005 350Z, and right off the bat, you guys can probably tell already, these panels are completely different colors. This is sort of like a mustard yellow, and this looks like, I don't know, piss. Every panel on this car is just oddly a different color. It's very obvious here in the gas cap and the rear bumper. Basically everywhere you can see this matches this but doesn't match this, and like everything's a little suspicious, right? So I started looking into it because he was complaining about a transmission issue. I got in, and for some reason there's little holes drilled into the tweeters. That's not right. You don't do that. That's just not the right way to do things. So the next thing weird looking I noticed was these seats. Now these are obviously the stock leather seats that come in higher model 350Zs, right? But what I find interesting is this stitching is orange. But if you look at the driver's seat, right here on this first bolster, this stitching, it's a little off. The color's not right. I can't really get both the stitching in one shot, but the stitching ain't right. I realized how fucked up this leather was. And I looked right here, and you can see holes from where it's supposed to be stitched. So this seat at some point was unstitched and restitched for whatever reason. This thing also, for some reason, is missing the door speakers. Like if we pull these back, there's no speakers here. So obviously these are things that right off the bat you should notice and realize that this car isn't actually what it's saying it is. He got this from a used car dealership and paid $5 grand for it. Now I don't know what universe this used car dealership is from. A 350Z with a DE motor should not cost over $4 grand, especially in the condition it's in right now. I mean, it comes with this cool aftermarket wing, but like, that's really the only thing it has going for it. Like, the glove box thing behind the passenger seat, it's fucking broken. It's not even attached on one side. These little compartments are also broken. These doors just kind of fucking jiggle around and don't actually close. They don't even line up properly. Surprisingly, the center console, this is fine. This is not as scratched up as mine was when I had it. And like, this door actually works, which is a huge plus. Look at the cup holders are closed. So the next like really like super suspicious thing, I don't know where it went, but he was showing this to me the other day. The VIN plate, the plate that has the VIN number and the model and everything, it's not attached to the car. It got drilled out. They removed it for some reason, but it's in the car somewhere. I just don't know where it is right now. So all that being said, this car's fucked up. Like, it's just not right. And you can obviously tell this thing's been like just molested by some 16-year-old. Like the brake calipers are painted yellow to match the car for some reason. It looks stupid. So let this be a huge lesson to you guys. If you're ever gonna buy a used car, be sure to inspect it yourself. Don't just take the dealership's word on it. Another huge issue is every body panel is supposed to have a sticker with the VIN number on it to make sure that like these panels are from this car and they match. There's just no stickers. So like, I don't know if this car has ever been in an accident. I can't tell, honestly. These still look like the OEM headlights, but it looks like they've been painted or clear coated over to fix a milking issue. This one looks brand new for some reason. So like, My suspicion is that this car was in an accident before, and it just didn't show up on the Carfax because it was too minor or something. But like, these mismatched body panels are a huge indication of things being replaced. He said the used car dealership told him that it was repainted, but that still doesn't line up because all of the panels are still different colors. I mean, if you paint a car, obviously you want all the panels to match, but there's just no consistency to what color the panels are. Fender is the lighter shade, hood is the darker shade, plastic trim piece is the darker shade, the door is the lighter shade, and even weirder is on the other side. There's this just weird, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, there's this weird splotch right here on the door that's lighter than all the surrounding paint. Like, this is the darker shade, this is the lighter shade, this is the darker shade. There's like this weird splotch of lighter shade right here. The rest of the door is dark until you get right here. So like, whoever painted this did a terrible job on it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So next time y'all buy a used car, just keep all of this stuff in mind, because getting scammed on a car like this is never fun. Because this car was actually from North Carolina. He paid $5 grand for the car, and then it was another grand just to get it shipped here. But like, I've had cars shipped from Philadelphia to North Carolina and it cost less than $1 grand. So this dealership definitely took advantage of my friend and scammed him on this car. And I guess that's another lesson. Go look at the car. Don't just buy it because it's on the internet. Like, he showed me all the pictures from the advertisements and stuff, and it didn't have the weird color mismatch, and like the front bumper wasn't fucked. Make sure you check out the car in person. That is such an important thing. You guys can see here the front bumper fitment is just terrible. This thing has obviously been damaged in some way or another, and somebody definitely attempted to repair it, but did a terrible job. Oh, and I just noticed there's this weird residue right here. I don't know if you can see on camera. It looks like there's clear bra that got peeled off, and it just took clear coat with it. Definitely another reason I think that they didn't actually repaint this, because this is fucked. If my assumptions are right, all the lighter colored panels are the factory panels, factory paint, and they're just lighter from, you know, sitting out in the sun for a while. I don't understand why certain panels got repainted and certain ones didn't, especially when the dealership told him that the whole car was repainted. So I know I've sort of just been ranting about this thing, but like, this is a huge issue when buying cars, is making sure you're not the one getting scammed. You're getting the good deal. You're not buying this thing for double its worth, because I personally would not pay more than like 2.5, especially for a DE with oil burning issues. It's just not worth it. And especially with all this evidence of it being in some sort of accident. So remember, next time you guys are buying a car, look out for these inconsistencies that I sort of just went over right here, and definitely question whoever you're buying the car from about them, because obviously a lot of these things shouldn't be the way they are. It's just, it just doesn't, the story doesn't match up with what the dealership told him versus what is actually on the car. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to make this video real quick, because it pisses me off when people get scammed buying cars when they're just getting lied to. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.